All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. It's me, Addy, again. And as always, I hope you guys are doing all right. I really do. I really do hope that you've been taking care of yourselves, drinking lots of water, and just grabbing that energy, man. That energy is out there. It's waiting for you. Just go out and grab it, right? You deserve it. You deserve the best. And so, yeah, I really hope you guys have been taking care of yourselves and looking out for yourselves and doing well. So this is going to be a bit of a different video on my channel. I don't think I've ever done anything like this before, and that's for two reasons, right? Number one, this video is going to be completely scriptless. Believe it or not, most of my videos up until this point on my channel, barring the live stream highlights, of course, have all been scripted or guided in some way, right? When I make review videos or any sort of planned YouTube video of some sort, I tend to write scripts. I tend to write guides. I tend to make sure that I have some path to follow while I'm doing the video. And in this one, there's going to be nothing like that. And I think a big reason for why most of my videos have been like that in the past is because of this anxiety that I have, right? I've always been afraid of what other people have to say about me, of what other people have to say about the way I do things, the way I speak, my ideas, just judging me 24/7, right? But lately, some of you guys may know this, and I don't even know if this video is going to be viewed by a lot of people or whoever's in my community, if anyone at all, but that's okay. A big reason for why I make YouTube videos and Twitch content is for myself more than anything. I like to document my journey and feelings and experiences with my favorite thing ever, which is video games, on this platform and Twitch, and just put a message out into the world. And I try to put out positive energy into the world through it. And the best part of doing this is other people do come by and you meet new people and you make wonderful positive connections with people, right? Everyone in my community who has joined thus far over the past almost 3 years of me streaming have all been absolutely incredible people. And that's the part of Twitch or YouTube that in which you have everything to gain and nothing to lose, is when you just have people coming by, getting glimpses into your journey and allowing those people to join in with you on this incredible journey that you're on. And that's my favorite part of streaming on Twitch and making content for YouTube. So if any of you guys from my community watch this video, I really appreciate it. And maybe there's something you're going to be able to take away from this as well, or relate to. I don't know. That's the purpose of this video. I'm making this video today to talk about one really interesting thing I've experienced on Twitch, right? And again, I don't know if anyone's going to watch this, but I don't, first and foremost, want to give anyone the impression that this is a begging sort of video where I'm going, oh, you know, I hope more people follow me. I don't want you guys to pity me. That's not why I'm making this video. I'm not begging for followers, viewers, anything like that. I'm making this video just to sit down and have a talk with you guys, right? Well, let's talk. Like I'm probably going to do more videos like this just to talk about what's on my mind, things I'm experiencing, so that maybe some people out there who do end up watching this video find something to relate to, right? And that would make me really happy. And I would hope that it would make other people out there happy too, because they'll feel like they might not be alone in what they're experiencing, and that these feelings that they have doing this kind of stuff, Twitch content creation, or whatever it is I'm talking about, isn't just exclusive to them, and that there are people they can talk to about things, right? I'm always going to be available, and I'll say this right now. If you guys, anyone who watches this video, ever wants to talk to me about something, always feel free to message me on Discord, write in the comments of my YouTube, talk to me when I'm streaming on Twitch, wherever you like, I'm there. You can talk to me about anything that you want to talk to me about. So this is what I want to open this can of worms with this video, is I want to talk about one interesting thing I've been experiencing for the past almost 3 years, like I said, of streaming on Twitch, since 2019, the very first stream that I ever did. And that's this interesting kind of phenomenon / mental thing that happens when you stream on Twitch, which is you stream hoping that people stop by. You stream for other people, right? Not just yourself. I do stream for myself. It makes me happy. but I also stream because I would hope that other people find my content entertaining and relatable and feel happy watching it, right? So first and foremost, you're streaming for yourself, but also to entertain other people. And when you're a small streamer, this is just the nature of things, right? And it's completely understandable to me. And when you start off streaming, you have pretty much nobody stopping by, except maybe the people you immediately tell before you start streaming that you're about to stream, right? And that's totally 100% a-okay and just the nature of things. But knowing who I am, this is a weird thing that happens with me, right? And what is going to be the focus of this video, and maybe something that some of y'all out there will be able to relate to, right? And something that you guys can find relatable, which is, again, why I'm making this video, so we can talk, right? Let's talk. One thing that happens with me is let me approach it this way. I've always been someone who has firmly believed in faking it until you make it, right? And when I say that, right, that can have many, many different meanings, right? And it's very important that I clarify what I mean by that. What I mean by faking it until I make it, or you make it, or whoever, right, is the idea that if you so strongly and firmly believe in an idea and you haven't fully allowed that idea to blossom yet, then you need to visualize yourself in the blossoming period of that idea, and the idea will blossom. Now, what do I mean when I say all this weird shit? What I mean is that in the context of Twitch, one thing I've always firmly believed in is that as a streamer, I'm going to be happy, right? I'm going to be proud of myself, and I'm going to make it, right? I visualize myself with this incredible, supportive, amazing community full of people I've made positive connections with while I stream. But naturally, because of and so as a result of that, right, what happens is I put out all this energy, right? I always walk into a stream, and this is where the faking it part comes in, going, okay, I realize there's 1 or 0 people in my chat. These are most of my streams. But you know what? Regardless of that, I'm just going to have fun, and I'm going to pretend that there are hundreds and thousands of people watching me, like some big, insert big name streamer here, because that faking part makes me really get into the element of streaming and really enjoy myself. Like, don't get me wrong, right? I love that about streaming, where I can turn on the camera and just pretend like there's so many people watching and I'm addressing so many people, and just having all that energy and having all that fun. But it's a double-edged sword, and that's kind of what I've realized recently and why I'm making this video. It's a double-edged sword because eventually, right, this pretending can only last so long, and what happens is that the facade, or whatever you want to call it, ends up breaking, and you're hit with a reality check at some point. It just happens, right? You're hit with the reality that no one's watching, and that you're putting out all this energy and all this performance stuff for people who aren't there. You're kind of talking to a wall. And again, I'm not saying that this is a bad thing, right? It's just the nature of things. But what ends up happening, that's kind of really interesting in my opinion, and maybe y'all can relate to this, and that's why I'm making this video. But what happens is, when you talk to a wall for so long, you're hit with the reality that you're talking to a wall for so long, when somebody actually comes by, and this has happened so many times, when someone actually comes by to your channel, what happens is you freak out, right? It's so fascinating. It's like this weird sort of phenomenon, or it's like a paradox almost, because you go into streaming hoping that other people stop by so they can share these amazing experiences with you. But then when someone stops by and you've been doing all this performative high energy stuff, pretending that people have already been there, that's when you freak out, because you're hit with reality, I think. And I think that's what's happening. You're hit with the reality that someone's, oh my God, like someone's actually here now. And then I start getting really anxious, and then my I start hyperventilating a little bit, and well, not hyperventilating, I'm probably being a little too dramatic there, but internally my mind is racing. I'm like, okay, now I have to actually I have to continue being entertaining like I was before this wonderful person stopped by, but now I have to do it with the knowledge that a real person is actually there. And it does something weird to you in the long run. When enough of these experiences happen to you, it does this weird thing where ultimately, and this is why one of the many reasons, and some of you all may know this, I took a little break from streaming for about a month and a half. And what ends up happening is you get to the point where you start getting scared of streaming because people are going to stop by, right? And I'm not talking about the fear of judgment, because that's there anyway before you hit live, hit the go live button, right? I'm talking about the fear that you've been performing for so long to this empty room, this empty island, this wall, whatever you want to call it, that when someone stops by, you actually freak out, even though that's the whole purpose of you streaming, right? You start to hope nobody comes by. I think that's what I'm trying to get to. You hope that this activity you're doing, which is streaming, is not going to attract any people, even though the activity is about attracting other people and you making connections with those people. It's hella fucking interesting, right? And that started to happen to me before I decided to take this break, step back, and work on things like anxiety, stress, depression, all these things that cause me fear and doubt. And now that I've just begun to work on those, because I can't sit here and pretend I've solved those problems. It's a lifelong journey, right? You fixing these problems internally once you sit back and look at them and realize what they are. And I'm probably going to make more videos about those too. And I don't, and one thing I do want to add is I don't want this video or any of the other ones I make that are going to kind of be like this, because I enjoy talking about what's on my mind these days and sharing them with people so people can relate. I don't want these videos to come across, number one, as I know all the answers and that you should take my advice, because I don't want to be out here telling people how to live their lives. I just want to tell people what's been happening in my life, and maybe they can take things away from those and realize they're not alone in certain things, and maybe some of the stuff that's worked for me might work for them. You know, you could try some of the stuff that I've been experiencing that's been making me happier, or you could try taking away some of the experiences I've had that have caused me to feel certain ways, to realize you're not alone in them. That's kind of how I want these videos to come across. I don't want you guys to look up to me in any way or feel like what I'm telling you is what you should listen to. I just want to share my thoughts on things, right? And I also just don't want these videos to come across as I'm begging for people to follow me or to talk to me or anything like that. I just want to sit down, have a talk with you guys, face to face, normal to normal, whatever you want to call it. Just a conversation, casually, a casual conversation, right? Like, let me, right now I'm brainstorming what I want to call this series, right? A casual conversation, let's talk, something like that, right? And this, let me just say this right now, this felt good, right? This felt good. But anyway, I wanted to, again, make this video specifically, the focus of this video specifically about this interesting phenomenon I've been experiencing on Twitch. This interesting sort of paradox where you start an activity, that being streaming, to attract people, right? That's the idea of streaming, to attract people, to entertain them, to make connections with them. But then you hope those people don't stop by. As much as I love and appreciate those people, you hope they don't stop by, because for so long you've been performing and getting confidence, this fake confidence from there being an empty room of no people, that makes you think I'm comfortable around people now. The way I'm entertaining them, the way I'm being energetic towards them, the way I'm commenting on this game I'm playing, I'm more confident around them, but then there are no people there. And that makes you go, well, shit, now that someone's actually stopped by, when someone actually comes by your channel, you go, well, fuck, like now there's an actual person here, and I realize now that I don't have that confidence I thought I had when I was around nobody, right? Because now this is somebody. Some wonderful person has taken this time out of their day to come interact with me. And that scares me. Like, that shouldn't happen, right? But I'm happy because now it's something I have realized and identified, and I'm working towards fixing. And I hope that the streams I continue to do, I don't get this feeling anymore. And I want to bring this back to what I said earlier about faking it until you make it, right? Faking people being there and entertaining them. I'm still going to do that. If no one's in my streams, if no one's in my chat, that's totally okay. I'm still going to pretend. Pretending for me makes me feel happy and just empowered a little bit inside. That it's like manifestation, right? You think about not how you're going to get the thing you want. And for me, streaming is the future I want to have. You don't think about how you're going to get it. You think about how you're going to feel when you get it. And so I always think about how I feel happy, energetic, confident. And those are the feelings that I at least hope I'm getting across in my streams, and that I try to actively get across in my streams when nobody is there, right? I try to spread this positive energy. Well, what I'm talking about in this video is how I spread that energy to no one who's there, right? And what that does to you internally, and how it's a double-edged sword. It's good because it builds you up, right? It makes you feel good inside, right? But at the same time, there's a part of you, I think it's the ego, that wants you to realize, yo, pal, no one's there. No one's there. What are you doing? And now, oh, look, someone actually came. One or two people actually came, and now they're real people. And you've been performing to no one. So now start performing to real people. And then there's that pressure, and then you get scared, right? I've never freaked out on stream before like that, where I've gone, oh my God, someone's actually here now. But internally, that's what's happening. My ego, my ego is telling my subconscious that this is what is happening now, and you can't handle this. But I power through it, and I do my best. And yeah, I hope that this interesting sort of phenomenon goes away that happens when you put out all this energy for something that isn't there, right? But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope that this video might have sounded really fucking weird. There was really no script to it. There was no structure to it. It was just me speaking from the mind without any sort of guide. But I hope that maybe someone out there can take away something from this and find something in this to be relatable, right? And if you do, that's wonderful. And if you don't, that's, again, totally fine, because first and foremost, the purpose of these videos, right, besides trying to maybe help some of y'all out through talking about things I've gone through that you might find relatable, is for me to get my thoughts across, for me to put my thoughts out there. Because one thing I've always been scared of doing is getting my thoughts out there, right, and talking to people about my thoughts. And having tried to move away from that, and this being one of those steps, I feel like it helps out quite a bit, right? It does help out quite a bit. So yeah, I'm gonna upload this video now after this is done. This video is about one of the most interesting things I've experienced on Twitch, or one of the most interesting phenomenons I've experienced on Twitch, and hopefully y'all can relate to this somewhat and take something away from it. And like I said, even if you don't, that's totally okay. I'm just happy that I was able to put my thoughts out there. And if anyone did end up watching this, I'm very grateful that you listened. I love all you guys. Much love. Keep grabbing that energy, right? That's a new thing I've been saying lately, right? The energy is out there for you, right? If anything is making you sad, stressed, depressed, sad, and mad, just go out, step outside the house, focus on your breathing, drink water, take a little walk, and get some sun. That energy is there for you. The universe loves you. It gives to you. And that's it. Much love. Keep on grabbing that energy. And as always, keep on keeping on. Thank you so much.